welcome back. Today we're going to make creme anglaise. Basically, the recipe is some milk, cream, with your sugar. I'm putting in half my sugar in there. And then I got, so it's milk, cream, sugar, egg yolks with remaining sugar. So, what I'm doing is as follows. There is my other part of my sugar here. This is the base of my custard. I have my milk and cream on. It's heating up with half my sugar. I'm going to stir it around. Okay. You stir it around, make sure that the sugar is dissolved, and then it can heat up a little bit better than regular sugar. I find that milk has a tendency to burn at the bottom of the pot, so you've got to be careful. Now, my egg yolks and sugar are here. In essence, this is my thickening agent. So I just whip it up to combine it a little bit.
Tip that down a little bit so we can see inside the tip inside. There we go.
There is my egg yolks
there we go.
and
Thank
sugar.
you, Chef.
It's right there. I don't do. Some people whip it, add an awful lot more air. I just basically whip it, leave it like that, ready to go. My cream is heating up. Now, like anything when you're doing it is, you have to temper it. So what I mean by that is, you add a little bit of the hot liquid, combine it with the eggs, which increases the temperature. You go back and do the same thing, you do it 3 times. So that's all added in. Then you put it back on the pot, and you cook it continuously till it coats the back of the spoon. And you have a little bit. You either use a vanilla bean, which is like a green bean but a flat, split it in half, scrape the seeds, you put it in, infuse it. That would be a vanilla bean ice cream. Today I'm using a vanilla extract. I'm not going to put that in till the end. So, as I said, when you're cooking it, there are 2 ways to check to make sure it's cooked. One is using the spoon till it coats the back of the spoon. The other way is a thermometer. Remember, when you take it off the stove, it continues to cook. So you got to be careful. You got to cook it as high to make sure if there's any salmonella, you cook that out. If it's undercooked, you can make people sick, so you have to be careful. I have an ice bath here ready to go. Stop the cooking process. And I have a fine strainer here to take out any little bits of impurities from the egg white gravy. If you look, cream is ready. Now, basically, add a little bit in. I give that. I'm going to get it off the side of the pot. I have a chef here with me today who is an expert cameraman and
assistant.
No, he is an expert cameraman.
Ding.
And he is an instructor at Chantilly Academy. Now, this is cooked. No, this is ready. Back in here. Now I have to be careful. Okay, I'm going to lower my heat because I don't want it to cook out too quick. If you look at it, you will see that it's beginning to thicken slightly already. I'm going to put it on and cook it slowly and steady. You have to stir it all the time. Today I'm making a vanilla creme anglaise. But if I wanted an orange flavored creme anglaise, what I would actually do is as follows. I would get an orange and wash it first of all because it comes in the chemicals. The next thing I would do is once my milk and cream with my sugar heats up, what would happen is I would let it, pull it off to the side, let the flavors infuse. And the oils from the orange would flavor the actual milk and cream. Now, that would be an orange. Same applies if I wanted a lemon creme anglaise, I would do that. Now, creme anglaise is a custard or English cream. That is very, very similar to actually ice cream. Slightly different proportion of cream and egg yolks, but it in essence is the same thing. When you cook this, you need to stop the cooking process and chill it immediately. Then you let the flavor, you let it sit in the fridge overnight to let the flavors infuse. So, I'm watching this, it's ready to go. My spoon, I'm going to move that. I want it to cook out, it's holding, it's pretty good.
Let me get close to that. Let's
Okay.
do that again.
I'm going to draw a line. If you see it, it's solid, it's not running down, that's perfect. Now, I'm going to pull my ice pad over. Actually, I'll leave it here, it's better. This is cooked out. My ice pad, I want to stop it immediately. The cooking process. If I don't stop the cooking process, it'll scramble my eggs. So, normally, the reason you do this and so forth, like the way you strain soups and so forth, everything is to end up with an excellent mouthfeel. In other words, if you don't strain it, and you turn around, and you just basically use it the way it is, when you eat the ice cream and it dissolves, you will actually feel in your mouth little granular pieces, which is not good. It ruins your experience from eating it. When you eat ice cream, basically it needs to come out, be very smooth and silky. That's ice cream. The same applies to the creme anglaise. You need to make sure that you have a good experience eating it and it comes out perfect. Now,
Chef, can you show me that strainer real quick so we can see what got strained out?
yeah. All those little lumps could be particles of egg white.
You're gonna have to go closer.
Okay, could be particles of egg white where the egg yolk and egg white come together.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's that. So this is my creme anglaise. I can put that in the fridge for 3 to 4 hours. Stir it frequently. I kind of cover it with plastic, not tightly. The reason I do that is people have a tendency of putting things into the sauce, so I kind of cover it.
Mostly their fingers to taste it.
I didn't say that, but yeah, that does happen. So, it's going to cool down, it's going to thicken, and the flavors are going to be infused into it. Now, so that is my anglaise. Chef, tell me some other anglaises you could make, besides lemon and orange.
So, if I wanted to, it depends on where I'm going at the end. If I want to make something like a Bavarian,
Oh, Bavarian.
I could use, which is just sort of like a fruit mousse, for lack of a better way to put it. A little bit of gelatin, maybe some berry sauce in there. If I wanted to turn it into chocolate ice cream when I was done, I could melt some chocolate in there.
Perfect.
So, you know, I mean, it's a very clean palette that you can paint whatever you want onto that, depending on where you want to go. It's fairly plain and will accept a lot of different ingredients to change it.
So, you're basically saying, I'm saying it could be orange, it could be Grand Marnier. You're saying it could be chocolate, it could be lemon, as a creme anglaise. Or if we take the creme anglaise base and we add some gelatin, which we pre-soak, which is usually like, if I remember correctly, like a pint of creme anglaise. We begin to cool it down with some gelatin in it. We have to stir it, leave it off to the side. Then we can put in some whipped cream and fruit puree, and that's basically a very light mousse.
Yep.
Cool, very interesting. Anyhow, that's there. What I've done is, previously I made some ice cream, and I'm going to show it to you. Here is my creme anglaise. If you look at it,
Can we get closer?
yes, sir.
Closer.
If you look at it now, this is my ice cream, but look how thick and creamy and luscious it is. So this is going to be my ice cream. I've let it sit in the fridge all night. So now I'm going to put it into an ice cream machine and turn it, and churn it. Now, so that's that. So, just for expediency, I put a little bit into the machine already. And you will see it's coming out like ice cream. And that is a quenelle shape like ice cream. I'm going to give it to the chef to taste for 1 minute while I come away. Chef, taste that and tell me what you think.
Wow, that's really nice. It's gone, as you can see. Hold on. There, now it's gone.
Okay.
It's very velvety and very rich.
Okay.
That's a delicious ice cream. Thank you.
Okay, now, next thing. What I've actually done is, I churn it till it's like a thick, soft serve in the machine.
In that machine right there.
And then I put it into a container, and I put it in the freezer. Now, here's a trick I learned. I put it into a double container, which both are frozen. And chef, this I didn't know, even though I've been cooking.
You're teaching me something right now.
This is something I learned. When I take this out of the ice cream machine, if I do that, why do you think I do this, chef?
To keep it more frozen.
Perfect, and I never do that for years.
Never have done it either.
I was taking that out and
You're
I was
a
putting
genius.
it in. No,
Genius.
I'm not actually, chef. But I actually took a gelato class a couple of years ago, and in North Carolina, and basically one of the things they taught me was you double freeze two containers.
Freeze the pan.
When you take it out, you put this on the counter, so when you take your frozen product, it doesn't begin to thaw out.
Thaw out as quick,
Now,
right?
let's look at the finished product. Chef, try that and let me know
See,
what you think.
look, I'm going to tell you that's going to be gone. See, gone.
Now,
Wow.
here is,
Again, Chef, the mouthfeel is fantastic. Oh, sorry, did you want that?
No.
No,
Here-
the
here-
mouthfeel is great.
Here is one or two things, guys. We're talking about creme anglaise here, but as we said, we can also basically make ice cream. It is 98% the same method. Now, when you put your ice cream into your machine, shall we say you put 4 inches by 4 inches in, for example. When you begin to churn it, your ice cream will be 4 inches by 5.5 inches high. In other words, you're basically, like when you whip cream, you incorporate air. A lot of places will over whip their ice cream, which is fine, where you will basically have 4 inches by 8 inches. In other words, if I pick up 2 spoons of ice cream, one is double the size than the other. Now, that's because they over whip the ice cream an awful lot. For example, famous brand name, without advertising it, like Häagen-Dazs, they may have an ice cream this size, but it will feel very heavy, where the other company will have it twice the size, but it's very light. Häagen-Dazs, for example, is a better deal because it is pure product, where the other one is air. So, don't overwhip your ice cream. Guys, that is creme anglaise, getting off track with ice cream. There we are, but in essence the same thing. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.